Hey guys, and welcome to American Truck Simulator. So I have a little bit of an issue. I upgraded my hard drive and lost all of the stuff that all the profiles and stuff that I had. I thought I had copied over my profiles, and I just have not found them yet. But I didn't want to wait any longer when it came to recording. I'm actually going to go ahead and jump out on the road, but I am driving in this truck here, and it is a load from Reading, or going to Reading Bushnell Farms, and it is a USPS vehicle, and it's going to be a pretty short drive. It's nothing that's going to be too long. I did have to start a new profile, but we'll talk about all that stuff here shortly. But I'm sure you guys can tell I sound a little bit differently today than I have in the past, and the reason being is because I finally did get my microphone in, which I am very glad about. Really happy with so far, except for trying to set it all up and stuff like that is pretty complicated, and I don't have like an audio background, so there's I can only go with what I learn like on YouTube and what other people say and stuff like that. So other than that, I've got the new graphics card in here as well. I get to look out the window. People have to run me over. So I've got the new graphics card in here as well, and I'm really excited. I really am. I am riding with the new profile, going with that, and I mean, it's just exciting. It's an exciting time, and I'm sorry that I missed all week last week. However, it ended up being a huge pain to get the microphone. I ended up spending like the full week on the phone with like Amazon and stuff like that, because I ordered it with fulfillment from Amazon. However, the product came from another company that was partnered with Amazon, so it did not get here when it was supposed to. And at the end of the day, I ended up having to order 3 of them. So kind of frustrating, but it is what it is. Things happen. I'm well aware of that. Unfortunately, that meant that I wasn't able to post videos or anything, and I literally got everything else except for the microphone that I ordered. But I am all set up now. Again, just trying to make sure everything's working properly. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that blinker thing off. I cannot stand that. I thought I could, but all right. So I got that shut off. Thank goodness. Ugh, pretty nuts. But I do hope you guys are having a fantastic week. My day so far is not too bad. My week hasn't been too bad either. So, life is good. Life is great, actually. But I think I'm going to be jumping on the interstate here, and then, traveling just a little bit. I'm going to shut off this because I don't need that open. I've got this other one. I can remember how to. Yeah, there we go. I can adjust all that stuff, so that's good. Those DHL trucks are gonna sneak out here. Alright, so luckily this truck shouldn't have any issues with, any load. These have always been, my favorite when it comes to heavy loads, because they are built, so well, and, being able to haul anything. I mean, they've got like freaking huge engine, 800 horsepower or whatever in a lot of them. Obviously not the lower end version, which this one might be. I didn't really check the specs on it, but anyway, that's just the way it goes. I think it does have quite a few miles on it, 54,656. And I say quite a few, but I mean, these trucks go for a million miles, and it's not unheard of by any means. So speed limit 65, so I can go up a little bit higher. I'm going to be taking a right up here at the Leaf. I am going to be recording some more Euro Truck Simulator. So LSPDFR, they did an update today, and unfortunately that meant that the I'm going the wrong direction. That's great. So they did an update, and that means that the game LSPDFR is whoa. Ooh, that was so close, guys. That was so close. So LSPDFR, I can't get to work at the moment. I am going to. I thought I had backed up my game files with the previous version, so then whenever the update came out, I'd be safe, and that ended up not being the case, which is very, very sad. I was really disappointed with that. I thought it had already done it, but again, things happen, so I will you just have to deal with it, right? I mean, it'll be a couple days, but the good thing about that is I've been doing so many LSPDFR videos that I have not been able to record any of the other ones that I really enjoy doing, which is like 7 Days to Die, Euro Truck Simulator, and some others like that. So I am looking forward to being able to do those as well until they update Rage Hook and all of that, so I can get back out on duty. So I had to take a detour. I'm sure you guys understand that by now, that I end up going through this little town here. I should have zoomed in and I didn't, but the good thing is I should be able to, I guess I've already been here, so I thought I was going to be able to learn a new place, but unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. So pardon me. So anyway, so once that, once I'm able to get that installed again with the new plugin after the update, then I will get started back on those. But I mean, like I said, I like the fact that I can do some of those others that I haven't been able to do, because I really want to. I really want to, diversify the channel more, as opposed to having just one or two, especially one thing. LSPDFR kind of takes up a lot of time. The thing is even recording, you'll record for 2-3 hours in order to get 45 minutes, an hour worth of content, just strictly because things happen. Like you'll go out on a call out and it breaks, or the people disappear in the car, so it's just a normal thing that you get used to. And that's something that I have to deal with, and a lot of other content developers that do that as well, they deal with the same thing. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But I am excited about Euro Truck Simulator, being able to do more in there as well. American Truck Simulator is fantastic, especially for what it is. I do look forward to them having more stuff on it, but is this a stop sign? I don't see a stoplight anywhere. Or is it, I assume it's because I can't go up there any further because those cars were stopped, but I think I would have been safe up here. But anyway, so Euro Truck Simulator, I really look forward to it, being able to play it a little bit more, because there's so much you can do in the game, because there's so many different places you can see. I'm still debating on whether to get the most recent DLC. I know they have another one coming out really, really soon, and I am excited about that one as well. I think that one's going to be awesome. And I wish they would come up with some more stuff for American Truck Simulator, like they come up with Euro Truck Simulator. So maybe that'll be something that they start focusing a little more time on. Maybe not. Who knows? I'm not a developer. Just a consumer. I think I'm heading the right way now. That was such a long detour. Oh my gosh. It's not like it's in a normal car. A normal car, you just turn around and you can speed through places and stuff like that. It's not the case with a big truck like this. So, as you guys know, I mean, I'm not telling you guys anything you don't know already. I have also decided in the next couple of days I will be ordering a Logitech G29, which I wish I could get a G27, because they were by far the better product. The G29 is just pretty much repackaged. There's not a whole lot of differences. Everything seems to be the exact same, but they just made a couple of changes. But unfortunately, all the G27s, people are asking more than the G29. And even on Amazon, I saw one yesterday that was like $999 US. And it's just like, this is ridiculous for a G27, which, people loved the G27. I never had one, so I can't actually say whether I, loved it or not, but I would assume I would love it. And for $1,000, I better love it a lot. But, I just, and the G29, it just seems like a good fit, strictly because since they don't make, the G27, unless I want to buy it used, which I'm not a huge fan of buying, computer hardware or things like that. Especially spending that much money, I'd prefer to get a brand new one. So I'm going to go ahead and order that. And the main reason being, and I know, let me go ahead. I've got two sentences going on here. So the main reason being, even though I said, earlier on that I love the control panel for, this, if you guys can see my little setup here, I have, a control panel that I use for, like Farming Simulator, and it has all of the buttons, like 28 buttons or something like that, that I can, start the engine, turn the windshield wipers on, raise and lower the axles, all of that great stuff. And I want to be able to still do that. And then I realized the other day that I can probably do all of it at the same time. With the settings that they have in here, I can just add it as an additional control panel, control system in the settings. So I look forward to that because I'll actually be able to have the shift using a shifter, as well as have the the force feedback. So it's gonna be cool. Gonna be really cool. Hope you guys got to get out last week and enjoy the eclipse. Those of you in the U.S., it was a really cool deal. We only got about 90. They said 90%. I think it was more like 85% here. And I'm looking forward to 2024 because that's when the one that's going to pass right over us. The main thing about the one that we just had last week is that it went from West Coast to East Coast, and so the one that is going to be happening in 2024 is going to be East Coast, but it's going to be like heading from like Massachusetts, Washington type of area, down through like kind of the center states down to Texas. So we will actually be in a full one then. But it's really cool. Really cool. It's amazing how many things have to align perfectly, and I also think it's absolutely awesome that NASA, even weeks before, really even months before it actually happened, they had it down to the second. Like, I mean, it's unbelievable to be able to crunch the numbers to figure out when it's going to be in one location, and be able to do that across the whole country. I mean, it was just incredible in my mind. It might have been easy for them, but it's incredible in my mind that they were able to actually do that. I think that's really cool. Really, really cool. But just again, there's a lot of stuff that has to align absolutely perfectly in order for an eclipse to actually happen. And the obviously the moon and the sun have to be aligned, which if the moon isn't ever on this on the same orbit with the world, on the Earth, it's always like a jabberwobbed. I don't know if that's nowhere close to a word. I think I just made that up. But it's all jabberwobbed, all around. It could be here, it could be there. The orbit constantly changes, so knowing that, it's even more incredible because it's not something that's going to happen quite often, all the time. It does happen, a couple times, I think a year, but it's just sporadic. Some places will get it just for a second or two, There's a lot of again, there's a lot of things that have to align perfectly for it to happen, and other countries get to see it more than the states do, and especially one that went from West Coast to East Coast. It was just cool. It was cool to watch and to be a part of such a celestial event. And I got my graphics card in, and it came with a free pair of Eclipse sunglasses, which I thought was cool. I got to use those, and I actually put a pair over my webcam and recorded what I could, and just watching the whole world around you just get dark and colder. So once the sun disappears, it's amazing how cold it gets. And so it dropped a good 15-20 degrees, and you could just feel it. Wow, that tree was out there. Get the highway department out here to clean that tree up. But you could just feel it. You could just feel the temperature dropping, and it was really cool. Again, it was an awesome experience. I hope you guys in the States that had an opportunity to view that were able to. I had my whole family outside. We were on a blanket just looking up. It was really awesome. And traffic's really picked up down through here. This is a pretty out back kind of trip. I don't think I've been down this road in a long time. I'm sitting here going through all these back country road type of deals. Obviously it's not. I mean, it's definitely a highway. You want to get on the back country road, you should head where I live. But it seems like it's that way when you're not on an interstate or something like that. But speed limit's supposed to be 55, and here we are going 35 or so. But with the new graphics card, you can see a lot of differences in the textures and stuff around in the world, and it's just really cool. I'm really glad I got the upgraded graphics card. It makes it worthwhile playing the game. Makes it worthwhile. Like, you see the sun rays coming in, just so crisp and clear. I'm excited about that. That was really cool. Did you guys see that little on the left-hand side? There was like a little, pull-off area for cars and stuff. I guess it might be like a little park. One of these days, whenever I do a car mod, where I'm just driving around in a regular old car, I want to come down this road, 299. Come down this road and just park there, or I bet you they have a lot of those things that we don't realize. When we're playing the game, that there are a lot of spots like that we could stop at, and I wish we could get up and out and walk around, but that's obviously not the case. It's not like a real life simulator. It's an American truck simulator, so it's understandable that they didn't include that in there. But even as a third person. A first-person view would be really cool to be able to just get out and walk around into, the trees and stuff over there. Just walk out, randomly out into a field or something, See how much further I have. It's not too bad. Another hour and 44 minutes, 66 miles. It's not too shabby. Reading. I did find some camper mods also that I might jump in a camper and just drive around and just see what I can do. I think that would be really cool. There's another little area there, but I think it'd be really cool to just act like I'm out on a camping trip or something. And turn my headlights on. It's starting to look a little dark. Lights on for safety. But I really do enjoy the texture mods that are in here as well. A lot of the grass and trees and stuff have been retextured, as well as the climate. I say the climate. That isn't. The environment has been retextured, and the mountains and rocks and stuff have also been retextured. So, the modding community is such an incredible one. I am, whenever I buy a game, I always look and see, is it Steam, community? Is there a Steam community with it that will be doing mods and stuff? And if that's the case, I will buy it. Otherwise, I will. Oh, that's a car accident. Look at that. Otherwise, I will debate on whether to actually purchase the game or not, because I want to have those things in there. I want to be able to mod the game as I like, and be able to I think my brights are on, but be able to have the expandability on the game, which is I think why a lot of us play simulators to begin with, right? Because it's a simulation of something that we're not going to go out and do. A truck driver would have, I mean, he might buy American Truck Simulator, but he gets to do it in real life, So if they do, then great. That just means they enjoy it that much. But ultimately, people like me, where I'm not a truck driver, I don't own a truck or anything like that to be able to go out and start my own business or anything. So people like me, I get to come in here and play the game and feel like I'm doing something. Obviously it's a little different than what they deal with. Whenever you're a truck driver, the cars in here are pretty straightforward. They all kind of follow the same path. But then you have people in the real world where people are in a rush, or things like that, where they'll cut you off, and just a lot of stupid stuff. People talking on their cell phones. They don't have that in this game, so it's not as realistic as it possibly could be. Which again, I'm kind of grateful for it, because if it was anything like the real world, I don't think I'd be able to play the game without killing everybody. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But with Euro Truck Simulator, it's. I wish. I don't wish. I'm gonna quit saying that, because I feel like I'm complaining all the time whenever I say that. But the thing is with Euro Truck Simulator. Oh, see, if I wasn't complaining, I was driving. That's not too bad of a ticket, though. I've had worse. I think it's because the company that I'm working for pays for it. But with Euro Truck Simulator, the map is so huge, and some of the areas tend to be less, I guess, filled in than others. Texture-wise, they're not as cool looking or as crisp and clear and things like that, which I've noticed. And again, it's a huge freaking map. I mean, it can take you hours to get from one place to the other. And even in a 20-minute little small episode, you're traveling from one place to the other, and it doesn't look that far on the map, but you're talking a huge distance. So it's 5 north. I have decided, and I have debated, I guess I have not decided as of yet, but I have debated on whether to take out my GPS completely and try to do it all with without the GPS, and just relying on signs and stuff like that. And I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do it. That would be a very long episode of me messing up over and over and over again, and I'm not entirely sure I want to put you guys through that. So that may happen, and it may not happen. Who knows? I think it would be great if I could, and I think it would be awesome, but a lot of times, and I might have to just look at the map at the beginning, but a lot of the times, I probably won't be able to do it the right way. And I don't live on the West Coast either. If you put me in Arkansas or surrounding states and stuff like that, yeah, I might actually be able to give you a run for your money. But whenever it comes to West Coast, California, I've only been there one time in my life, and that was about 15 years ago. So, you know, I can't promise I'll do any. I can't promise I'll, you know, give it justice that it deserves. Yeah, the cops are everywhere today, man. A lot of trucks too. A lot of trucks. Oh, Tesla dealer. I thought it was a little dealership. That's pretty cool looking. The Pizza Hut sign makes me hungry. Alright, so picking up the pace to 55 miles per hour. I thought we were actually close to being there. Oh, that's the wrong button. Oh, it's on this other side. There we go. So I could easily do this and try to find my way around, but you know, especially with a lot of these other things where you know, it says, you know, I was going to Reading. The problem is Reading was back that direction, and the place I'm actually dropping it off is, you know, further this direction, and there are no signs back in Reading saying, oh, go down this way for this, you know, whatever company it is. And so it's kind of like, oh, well, for that, I would probably fail miserably. I'd be driving around in Reading for an hour and a half. All right, taking it right up here. Kraft Heinz. So I cut it wide a little bit. I think I slowed down a little too much. Getting here kind of late in the evening. Guess I'm gonna turn on my brights. Headlights look a lot better since the update. Field over there, field over here. Look at the speed limit, still 55. Kind of a lonely road out here. Alright, so I'm coming up on it up here. Actually turn on this road here. Alright, so should automatically tell me where I'm going to be placing it, because I have it set to where I'm always, you know, choosing the hardest one. Of course, these trucks right here are so hard to get it where it needs to go. But I don't think this one's going to be too bad. Yeah, this is not, shouldn't be too bad at all. Just at nighttime is a little different, because I can't actually see cones. Should have actually looked over there to see where exactly I was putting it. See if I can get my thing to go back over here so I can actually see out of my left window. See if I can see those cones down there. They are. Alright. Should be able to just move it straight back from here. If I could quit moving it. I just hit my microphone. Oh, man. Alright, so I'm moving it too much. So it should be right around here, maybe? Think so? Let's try it. Huh. That surprises me. Okay, so I guess that's not where they want it. I have a cone on that side and a cone on this side, and I'm like in the middle of the cones. So I'm not entirely sure why it didn't accept it. Maybe I have to get it more centered, but usually that's never been an issue. back it up again. Straighten it out. Come straight back. Coming straight back. There we go. That's weird. I mean, I don't see myself as being any, like, much further away, but, you know, whatever. So, proficiency bonus, level 1, plus $57, 254 miles, 6 hours, 40 minutes, 53.8 gallons consumed. Luckily, I'm not paying for it yet. And, yeah, so I think I can choose a new one of these. Go a long distance again. Even though I need to be doing fuel economy because I've got that fuel economy mod in there too, where, and I'd say it's not a mod, it's just realistic fuel consumption. And then I also have realistic fuel prices, which is a mod, but the basically gets updated with actual fuel prices that you will pay. So you're dropping $800-900 on fuel, which get realism. So it is what it is. But thank you guys so much for watching this episode of American Truck Simulator. If you guys like the video, please leave the like button. If you'd like to get updates, please hit the subscribe button, and I'll be more than happy to continue making these videos. And I do hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the week, and I will see you guys next episode.